What's up, y'all? It's your girl QueensteezTV, and I am back with another story time. So I put on my community tab and asked you guys what story time you wanted me to do next, and this is the one that you chose. So if this is your first time here on my channel, first and foremost, make sure you hit that subscribe button, then make sure you hit the like button, and after that I want you to go watch this story time right here, okay, first, before you come back and watch this story time. So it's gonna give you a little bit more context to how toxic this person was and all the stuff that was going on, because it was really a hot mess. And then come back and watch this story, and then it'll, like, you know, put it all into perspective, because that was just a hot mess. And if y'all go back and look at that video, they was dragging me on that video. But guess what, baby? I went back and watched the video, and I was like, I look all nervous, and you know, I said what I said. It is what it is. And this is how that fool tried to crash my car, okay? So make sure you stay tuned for the rest of this story.
When I come through, man, you know that I be big ballin'. Work hard, play hard, man, I put my all in. The deal's getting bigger, man, they won't stop calling. They thinking that I'm mellow when I'm just recharging. Work hard, play hard, man, I put my all in. The deal's getting bigger, man, they won't stop calling. They thinking that I'm mellow when I'm just recharging,
Alright, y'all, so before we get into the story, I feel like I need to give a disclaimer that I was young and dumb, and just every time I think about this, and every time I think about all the stuff that I was going through with this person, it was just like, for what, sis? Like, I had no business even messing with this person. Like, this wasn't even my type of caliber of person that I be even messing with, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it was fun while it lasted. You know, I was just stupid, okay? Barely legal and dumb. So yeah. Alright, y'all, so now, assuming that you went back and watched the first story time that I told you to go watch, and then when you're here, you got the kind of sort of the gist of just like how manipulative and crazy, basically just crazy, that this person was. And on top of that, he was a hater. He was hating on me. But I'm gonna talk to y'all a little bit more about being in a relationship. I'm gonna just say a relationship, because he was cheating all over the place. But being in a relationship with somebody that is jealous of you, envious of you, all the type of things that they do. So check it. I'm gonna just keep the same name that I called him in the last story, Steve, okay? No good Steve. So I think I met Steve on a dating app. Red flag number one. Like, I should already but I had just got out of a relationship with the person I was with for 6 years, on again, off again, on again, off again. Like, so it was just like, I had started talking to this person when I was 16 or 17, up until me being like 22. So, you know, I was like, you know, trying to get over there. So here comes Steve, right? So, like, Steve had multiple personalities, and I think that that's kind of what made me stick around, because, but now, I mean, now that I'm older, of course, I know that that was just nothing but manipulation. Like, Steve would be nice, and then Steve would cuss me out, and then Steve would be like, well, you made me do that, so I don't want to do that. And then when I'm like, all right, I won't touch you more, oh, I'm gonna hurt myself. Just like one of them type of people that you just should have just, like, I should have just went on here about my business and just left Steve alone altogether. But like I said, young, dumb, and it was kind of exciting. Like, I'm just keep it on, it was kind of exciting, but Steve was trash. So anyway, right? Yo, it's so many reasons why Steve was trash. Like, first of all, Steve was driving a 1990 Honda, barely little putt. So, okay, y'all, I'm about to drag. But no, it's so, that's like red flag number 2. Like, you in the 2010, was it 2020s? What year? No, because it's 2020 now. So this was like 2016, 2017. Like, yeah, if you in the 2016, 2017, you driving a 1989, 1990 car, like, who are we kidding? Like, who was I kidding? Every time I think about this or get to tell a story about this, I'm like, girl, you is dumb. Like what Monique said in Precious, you're a dummy. Like, yo, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed about this. Okay, so anyway, right? So whatever, me and Steve is talking, dating, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? So Steve is like, his car broke down. And it was really broke down. So this is how I start falling into the trap. Listen, ladies, listen, young girls. I know the young girls and even some old girls, because still some old girls that still do stuff like this. Listen, that's how I fell into the trap of, I don't have my car. Can you take me to work? First it started is, can you take me to work? And I'm like, okay, whatever. Y'all know I work in the healthcare field, so I work typically 12 hours a day. So it was like after I was getting off, Steve worked overnight at 11 p.m. So I would come home at 7:38, take a nap, get up, to drive to Steve's house. And why is it always when you go, me speaking of this, I just feel like a fool. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. You just telling your story. Stop. So I would get up, take a nap, get up, go drive there, right? To take Steve to work. Steve wouldn't be ready, but for some reason, Steve would always yell at me like, you effing made me late for work. You should have called me. You should have did this. You should have did. No. You knew you had to go to work. Like, this is me now. You knew you had to go to work. So what the do I have to call you and wake you up for you to go to work? Stop playing, okay? But, you know, back then I used to just... let me stop calling myself dumb, because it is what it is. It is what it is. It happened. It's done. And leave it alone. So, yeah, like, it used to be, like, that type of situation. I used to be like, well, like, how am I making you late? But, you know, when you are a narcissistic person, they just do everything. They made me late. You decided to be like, yo, shut up. Like, right? So then I would drop him off to work. And 9 times out of 10, I could almost promise this. Every time I would start driving home, so mind you, this 11 something at night, right? Every time I drive home, he would call my phone. I'm hungry. Can you grab me something to eat? I haven't eaten all day. So you've been sitting full out of all day and eat. This is me now saying that, but again, back then, oh, what you want to eat? Oh, I'm stopping, getting stuff to eat, then driving back to the job. So mind you, y'all, I done work 12 hours. I done went home to take a nap. I'm waking up, driving to your house, driving to your job. Halfway home, driving back to get food, to come back to your job, to go. Yeah, I was getting crazy, okay? So it started there, right? So the take me to work progressed to, can you pick me up from work? Again, me being a fool. I'm waking up. I got to be to work at 7, right? I'm getting up at 5:30 because Steve's like, oh, I get off at 6 and I ain't trying to be here till 7. Wait for you to get off work. So I'm like, Steve's job is all the way across town. Steve work all the way over here and I work all the way over here, right? So it's like, how I'm going to get up early enough, right, to get to you on time and for me to get to work on time? Not gonna happen, right? So after a couple times, and yo, oh my goodness, yo, hindsight is really 2020. Now that I'm thinking about it, Steve was doing this on purpose because, of course, after a few times, I was irritated about it. I was like, yo, I'm not about to keep coming to pick you up. So that was a precursor into Steve doing what? Asking for my car. Asking to hold my car. So the first few times that Steve asked, I was like, yeah, no, you're not getting my car. I don't care, you're not getting my car, right? So one day I pick him up and I'm so frustrated that I was like, you know what? He goes to drop me off. Because once I would get there, I would get in the passenger seat and then let him drive me to work and then get out. So this time, we get to my job, right? And Steve's like, oh man, damn. I left my wallet. So I'm like, but where your wallet at? the day that I let him take my car, it was so dumb. I drove from, I was dressed for work. Oh my God, girl, what was you doing, girl? I drove from my job to pick him up at his job, right? To get in the passenger seat, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna take you to work. But you taking me to my job, how you gonna get home? Oh, y'all definitely put the okie dokie. He probably was like, this a dumb girl who ain't, because I didn't, I never mess with no hood ratchet person like this. And like, yeah, he probably was like, this a dummy. He was like, this a dummy, like, yeah, whatever. So, wow. He take me to work, and again, like, I'm just thinking now, how you gonna get home? What, you gonna beat your feet home? So Steve like, I forgot my wallet. So I'm like, well, where your wallet at? He like, it's all the way in Pennsylvania. So I'm like, your wallet is in Pennsylvania? Oh yeah, my cousin came down here. We was partying, and I left my wallet in his car, and he live in Pennsylvania. So I was like, he can't drive it back to you? He was like, no, he can't drive. He said, I gotta come get it. Mind you, this fool don't got no license suspended. So I was like, my head, I just kept being like, I'm so sorry, y'all. This shirt is irritating me real bad. So I'm like, you don't got no license? I'm like, no, you're not driving my car to no damn Pennsylvania. I'm like, because Pennsylvania state troopers do not play. And I was like, no. So, I mean, he's like landing on me like, I'm not going to be able to get this done, that done, landing on me when my answer should have been, I ain't got nothing to do with that, right? But after a while, I was like, you know what? I was like, you getting on my nerves. I said, if you get pulled over, B, I'm reporting the car stolen, okay? I'm reporting the car stolen, and you just going to get locked up about it, because, yeah, I ain't with all that. So, I go to work or whatever. Steve allegedly goes to Pennsylvania to get the wallet, right? So now these were the other two players, because this was leading up to him trying to press my car, right? So when I was working, I had two friends at work. If anybody work with me, they'll tell you I got a lot of work boyfriends. I used to, not no more, but yeah, I used to like, just be friendly with people in every department, because that's how you get stuff done. Like people would need stuff on the floor, and they'd be like, bro, ain't nobody coming from this department. And I'd be like, oh, let me call. And they'll bring it right up. They'd be like, dang, that's your little work boyfriend. You call, they bring it right up. I was like, I got that Riz. So, yeah. All right, so these two players is, Ern and Jacoby, right? So they work for transportation, right? So Aaron was like, he was chocolate with a beard, but he walked slew-footed. Like, I wasn't feeling it. Ern liked me. I didn't like him, right? But Jacoby was more my speed. You know what I'm saying? He had a nice, clean lineup, light brown skin, kept himself together, was fresh. Because I was seeing him, like, outside of work, was fresh and all this. So I was like, that's who I was flirting with. Now, granted, I didn't have their phone numbers, but we was all friends on Facebook. So you already know how it is. You texting, doing work. Oh, what you doing? You in this building? Yeah, I'm in that building. You work today? Yeah, hey, I'll be there. What you getting for lunch? Oh, I'm up at the farmer's market. Hey, oh, bring me something back. Like, it was literally that type of relationship with both of them. When they would come by, they be like, oh, I'm at your hospital today. I'm about to stop by your unit. I'll be like, all right, cool, come over here, right? So this is literally so ridiculous. Okay, so that's basically what our relationship was. Now, Ern used to always message me on Facebook like, hey, I'm trying to take you out, blah, 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 blah. And I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm not really feeling it. Now, I never came out straight and said I got a boyfriend. I just simply told him, like, I'm not interested. Oh my goodness, y'all, I got so many stories to tell. This is also how I missed the love of my life. Okay, I'm gonna come back and tell that story. So, y'all just don't know. This was a mess. So, time come, fast forward, blah, blah, blah. Time come for me to get off of work. So it's 7:30 at night, right? And what they always say, no, I don't want no scrub. Scrubbers I got it, can't get no love from me. Hanging out of my damn ride, like, got me late at night. So I'm standing outside, so your 7:30 come by. 8 o'clock. So it's getting dark outside. It's dark outside in Baltimore. I'm like, hold up. I'm blowing Steve's phone up. Blowing it up. I'm blowing the phone up. I'm texting the phone. I'm like, where the you at? Because I'm like, I know he ain't steal my car and just go and rob your girl and just leave. So finally, around by 8:30, I go back in the building because I'm like, I'm not about to stand out here for no damn hour. Steve come calling like, oh, I was asleep. I'm on my way. So I'm like, you dumb B. You knew I got off at 7:30. I'm like, why the f would you go to sleep, stupid? Y'all, irritated. So Steve finally comes, looking all stupid. I guess he tried to throw some crust on his face because he wasn't asleep, right? So literally, I'm sitting there fussing. I'm like, why would you go to sleep? Like, I'm doing you a favor. I'm like, did you at least get the wallet? The wallet was never missing. Of course, finally, the wallet was never missing. He just wanted my car, right? So he like, oh, I'm sorry. Da 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 da. I'm hungry. You'd have been out riding around in my whip and you ain't eat. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, you know what? I go to put my little work bag in my back seat. And then I turn around and I think I dropped my phone because something made me reach down in the, you know, like, you know how if you drop your phone, like that little side part that you gotta keep going, you gotta go like this to try and get your phone out, right? So I reached out on the side part, and instead of me picking up my phone, I picked up a black lipstick. Okay? So I'm like, what
the fuck is this?
So he's looking all stupid like it's lipstick. So I was like, who the f you done had in my car? So he looking like, Daddy, I said, first of all, don't come with no, that's yours and all that. I said, because first of all, okay, first and foremost, I'm a Mac girl. I said, this is a Nika K hair store lipstick. This is not mine, okay? I'm a Mac girl. I said, that's how I already know right here you got the situation messed up, okay? I'm a Mac girl. I don't wear $2 hair store lipstick for my lips to be broke. I don't do that, okay? You got two different women. So he like, no, that's my sister's. I had to take my sister to social services. So then the question comes number two. I'm like, why are you riding people around in my car? Y'all, when I say irritated, I was irritated. Like, I was just so mad. Like, why? First of all, you lying, riding dirty in my car, number one. Two, you done got some bum chick with the hair store lipstick that, and y'all know how women is, and I'm like, that was not your sister lipstick. Even though his sister do wear that ugly color, that wasn't his sister lipstick. That was some girl that you was messing with a hair store lipstick, and you probably bought it because you ain't have no ends, okay? You didn't have no dollars, and that's probably all you could get. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just irritated because I was just kind of like the nerve, like you gonna mess with somebody, but you messing with a hair store chick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a Mac girly. So if you're gonna mess with somebody, if you already got a Mac girly, then my thing would be you step it up to a Christian Louboutin lipstick girly. You get what I'm saying? You went hair store. So I'm like, okay, this who you used to dealing with hair store type of girls. And it's not wrong with the head suit type of girls, but I'm just saying, in my situation, I was like, yeah, it don't add up. So he drives back to his aunt's house because, and oh goodness, red flag again. Your immediate family really don't even deal with you like that because you're a hellraiser for real. So you live with your aunt. So that should have been another red flag. But again, I ignored it, right? I was having fun. So we get back to the aunt house, and of course he trying to cuss. So he take my keys, right? Time to call up, take my keys, jump out, and go in the house. So I'm like, I'm not coming in the house. I'm like, look, give me my keys. Look, it's hot outside. I just got finished working 12 hours. You done had me standing outside waiting for you for an hour. I'm not about to run up and down your aunt block doing all that. I was like, just give me my keys so I can go. So he like, no, come in the house. I'm like, no, give me my keys. So I'm standing outside. So he go in the house and close the door. So I was like, you know what? I'm like, this little putt that you got, if you want it, you better bring me my keys ASAP. Make sure you tune in next week for part 2 of this story.
When I come through, man, you know that I be big ballin'. Work hard, play hard, man, I put my all in. The deal's getting bigger, man, they won't stop.